Okay. Before we even get into this, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now. Because this story, this right here, has layers, like an onion. Except this onion is wearing Balenciaga and refusing to take off its sunglasses. And I am not joking, let's get into it. So, Blue Ivy Carter, yes. That Blue Ivy made her Met Gala debut at 14 years old.
What's the inspiration for tonight? Family. Family.
What are you excited
Back,
It's right here.
Can we get our eyes all right here?
14. And when she walked in, baby, the internet lost its mind. People were screaming. They were crying. They were calling her royal, elegant, a star. The comments were flooded with "she was born for this" and "Blue Ivy ate and left no crumbs." And honestly, for a hot minute, it felt like the whole world was just in awe. But then, and you knew this was coming, the tide turned fast, real fast. Because the internet giveth and the internet absolutely taketh away. And what started as celebration turned into something much darker, much more complicated, and much more controversial. Because now people aren't just talking about how she looked. They're questioning why she was there, and who put her there, and what it all means. Now hold up. Because here's where it gets spicy. Some critics, and not just random trolls, we're talking people with platforms, started throwing around a very specific accusation. They said Beyonce is, and I'm quoting here, pimping out Blue Ivy. Those were the words used. And yeah, it's a loaded phrase. It's a heavy phrase. But once it got said, it spread everywhere. The argument goes like this. Blue Ivy is 14. She's a child. And her mother, one of the most powerful women in the entertainment industry, allegedly pulled strings, broke rules, to get her daughter onto the most exclusive red carpet in the world. And people are asking, why is this protection? Or is this promotion? Is Beyonce the mom? Or is Beyonce the manager? Because those are two very different things. And the line between them? Some people are saying it's getting blurry. And here's the thing that's got people really talking. If you've paid attention to Beyonce over the last couple of years, you've noticed something. This woman does not do interviews. Like, almost never. She is famously private, famously guarded, famously in control of her own narrative. But lately, the rare moments she does open up, she's talking about Blue Ivy this, Blue Ivy that.
Now, B, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her. And I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
she was ready.
She was.
And fans, the ones paying close attention, have started asking a very interesting question. Is Beyonce intentionally positioning Blue for something? Is this a long game? A branding strategy? A blueprint being laid out in real time? Some people say yes. Some say it's just a proud mom. But the speculation? It is growing louder by the day. And then, we get the rumor that made my jaw drop. Because allegedly, Matthew Knowles is concerned. Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's own father, the man who built her career from the ground up. Reportedly, word on the street is that even he thinks Beyonce may have gone too far with this one. Now I need you to sit with the irony of that for 1 second. Because Matthew Knowles, the man who is historically known for running Destiny's Child, like a military operation, is allegedly raising an eyebrow at how Beyonce is handling her daughter's public image. The man who reportedly had those girls in boot camp level rehearsals, touring at young ages, grinding in the industry before they were even old enough to fully understand it. That man is supposedly saying this is too much. We'll come back to that. Because we are definitely coming back to that. But first, let's talk about the rules. Because this is where the controversy gets a foundation. The Met Gala has had an 18 and over rule since 2018, 18 and above. The reasoning makes sense. It's an adult environment, an adult event with alcohol, intense media pressure, and a very grown atmosphere. The rule exists to protect minors. Full stop. So critics are asking a very disturbing, and frankly heartbreaking stories to come out of the entertainment industry in a long time. Well, technically that's not how it's supposed to work. Because yes, we know entry to the Met Gala can reportedly involve contributions in the range of $100,000. But money alone does not get you through those doors. You need the blessing of one person. One name's Anna Wintour, the gatekeeper. The final word. And allegedly, Beyonce's influence, her cultural power, her status, her relationship with the fashion world, reportedly helped smooth over what would normally be an insurmountable barrier. The kind of barrier that exists specifically to keep teenagers out of that room. And the fact that Beyonce was reportedly a co-chair of this year's event? Honey, that adds a whole other layer to this cake. Because co-chair means influence. Co-chair means access. Co-chair means you have a say in how things go. And some people are asking whether that position was used, intentionally or not, to open a door that was supposed to stay closed. Because here's the broader concern that's floating around in these conversations. There's a real debate happening about what it means to dress a child like an adult, not just aesthetically, but psychologically, socially, because image shapes identity, especially when you're young, especially when the whole world is watching. When you put a 14-year-old in an off-shoulder designer gown on the most photographed red carpet in the world, you're not just dressing her, you're positioning her. You're telling the public who she is and what she represents. And some people are deeply uncomfortable with the idea that those choices are being made for her before she's old enough to fully make them for herself. And speaking of Blue making or not making her own choices, let's talk about what people actually observed on that red carpet. Because body language, baby, body language tells a story. Some viewers noticed what they described as nervous fidgeting, moments where Blue seemed allegedly overwhelmed, eyes darting, posture that suggested maybe, just maybe, this environment was a lot. A 14-year-old surrounded by the biggest celebrities in the world, cameras flashing from every angle, the weight of expectation on her shoulders. Now, was she overwhelmed? We genuinely don't know. Kids can be nervous and excited at the same time. But people are asking, was this the right environment for a child? Or was it just too adult heavy, too intense, too much? Because here's the thing. Those glasses? Some people are saying those were a shield, a way for Blue Ivy to carve out just a tiny slice of privacy in an environment that offered her almost none. A way to say, I am here, but you don't get all of me, a small but significant act of self-protection in the middle of one of the most overwhelming nights of her young life. And if that reading is correct, 14-year-old instinct was to find a way to protect herself. Which brings us right back to the central question everyone is wrestling with. Is Blue Ivy being used? Is this strategic? Critics are saying loudly that Blue's presence at the Met Gala was a calculated PR move, not for Blue's benefit, but for the Carter family brand. Because think about it, Beyonce doesn't do interviews. She doesn't give the press access. She controls her image with an iron grip. So how do you keep the public engaged? How do you stay in the conversation without saying a word? You bring out your daughter. You put her on the biggest red carpet in the world, and you let the internet do the rest. Some people are calling it genius, and some people are calling it exploitation. And the line between those two things is razor thin, because allegedly, this serves a very specific industry purpose. Blue's presence keeps the focus on the family, keeps the Carter name trending, keeps the media cycle running without Beyonce having to give a single interview, answer a single uncomfortable question, or address a single controversy directly. It's reportedly a master clean. Be the next chapter of the Carter dynasty, and that every red carpet appearance, every styled photo op, every carefully managed debut is a brick in that foundation. But here is where we must loop back to Matthew Knowles. Because baby, the hypocrisy allegations are flying. This is a man who famously ran Destiny's Child like a corporation. Reports have detailed the strict discipline, the intense rehearsal schedules, the pressure those young women were under. Michelle Williams has spoken openly about struggling with depression during those years when she was supposed to be living her best life on stage. These girls were reportedly touring. It's Matthew Knowles. Is his concern genuine? Or is this the universe delivering irony in real time? And that brings us to the bigger ethical question that this whole situation has cracked wide open. Who decides what's too young for the spotlight? Who defines the line between opportunity and exploitation? Because Matthew Knowles reportedly pushed early fame and called it preparation. And now Beyonce is allegedly doing something similar, and people are calling it a strategy. So where is the line? And who gets to draw it? Because the truth is, in the entertainment industry, that line has always been blurry. And the people closest to the child, the ones who love them most, are sometimes the ones least equipped to see when they've crossed it. What we do know is this: there are real concerns being raised about age, about access, about image, about pressure, and about what it means to be a child raised in the eye of a hurricane. Was Blue's Met Gala debut a natural, joyful moment for a young girl who loves fashion and wanted to accompany her parents? Or was it a carefully orchestrated introduction to the world, a PR move wrapped in Balenciaga? Is Beyonce a mother who is proud of her daughter and wants to share her light with the world? Or is she a brand architect who is starting to see her child as the next chapter of an empire? Is Matthew Knowles genuinely worried? Or is he the last person on earth who should be commenting on this? And most importantly, is Blue Ivy choosing this life? Or is this life being chosen for her? I want to know. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because trust me, there is more coming, and you do not want to miss it.